Hello and welcome to another episode of Fresh 60 Fresh Server, where I take you on a journey from zero gold to hopefully millions. This is episode 3. Today we are going to just continue what we've been doing before. We need to make a base amount of gold so I can then switch professions and start investing and start working towards crafting legendaries. And we want to do that ASAP. I don't know how long legendaries are really going to be decent for making gold, but I gotta try, right? That's one of the best things, that if you have a good server for it, that really is the market you should probably take advantage of. I'm expecting that we have another month and a half probably where that's could potentially make gold, and then I would probably stop personally. But we need to get there, right? So how are we starting today? Just logged onto the character. We're at 20k currently. I just need to go through my normal starting routine. Looks like we got a follower from something, don't even know. Let's go ahead and do what we normally do. Complete our our covenant table. Super important. I mean, you get so many extra resources, you get so much extra gold. I mean, only 250 there, but obviously this is only day 3 of the table. It's just starting, so it's still a baby table. Alright, with that, let us check our mailbox to see what we got from yesterday. Again, if you recall, we just did a little bit of Zereth Mortis because I need to work towards getting honored. And then we did one farming route of Rising Glory, and we were able to get some other random things along the way. So our gold from sales coming in is a little bit over 12,000 gold. Let's go ahead and gather that and see our total for starting the day. Starting today, we're at about 32, so not bad, 32,500. With this gold, I'm really thinking we need somewhere between 50 and 75k for me to feel really comfortable at just going for it. We're definitely going to need more at that point. When I do get to that point and I feel like starting, that's when we're going to have to then probably do some of our own farming initially, specifically for like leather and things like that, so we can start pushing leather working, because that's what I'm going to start with. But prior to then, we still need to make a little bit of income, right? We're not quite where we need to be. I think one more day will hopefully be sufficient, and then we will have enough resources to, really start trying to make some gold. Let's just go ahead and put it in our anima. From here, we will go ahead and, take a look at our callings for today. So we have one that's ending within 24 hours. Again, I don't do callings unless it's going to end. Like, for instance, today, I'm not going to do this Revendreth. The reason I wouldn't do this is because if I wait 2 days, there could be multiple other Revendreths here. It's all about maximizing your time. If you only have a limited amount of time, you want to maximize it to the best of your ability. Yes, I can go out and do this and get a little bit of extra gold right now, but that's not what it's about. It's about just maximizing your time to the best of your ability. So today I will go out and do this one because it's ending for tomorrow. So I will probably first thing head out there and do the Ardenwold one, and then because this one's 2 days, that means I probably won't end up doing a calling for 2 days. Like tomorrow I won't end up doing a calling. It'll probably be that next day that I do, and we will hope that we have it line up to where we can get more than one done in one go, because obviously going out for just one calling, it's not the most time efficient, but especially when you only have 32k, it's still important to do, because I can bring in, 1,500 to, 2,000 gold. So we're going to do that. So let's start. So again, I think the key is just being efficient and being consistent. When I look at the map on what I'm going to do today, I have stuff set up for pet battling. And because I already have this mission set up in my pet battles, again, you could just pick something else. I already have it right there. So it's quick and easy for me to just go do that. So I'm going to go do that. And then I'm obviously going to pick this one because it gives a little bit of gold. And then I'm actually going to head out to a thorn in their side. And the reason why I'm going to do that, I believe that's an area where you can do skinning. And again, because we're going to go leatherworking, I want to gather as much as I can for when we transition, right? I need to level skinning specifically, but more importantly, I need all the resources. I need the resources just so that we don't have to buy it ourselves, right? So I'm going to get done with these callings, and I will see you after. Alright, we got our calling done. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see, I'm not going to use it. There we go. Let's just come in here and sell and discuss our next plan. You know, at these beginning stages, as I've talked about already in the first couple videos, my plan is just to pick like an hour's farm a day. So we need to pick a farm, right? We need to pick something we can do. I am already out here. I can just try Vigil's Touch. I don't know how much Vigil's Touch is selling for. Only 1233. Honestly, that's not very good. I might go do the marrow root farm again. You can get a decent amount of marrow root, and it just sells. It just sells, you know, pretty quickly now. I think that's probably what I'll do, because I'm going to be ditching the herbalism fairly soon. Hopefully within the next day, so we can actually start crafting. I could probably do it sooner, but I think I'm going to let it go one more day. I'm going to fly out to Maldraxxus and do a route for marrow root is what I think I'm going to do. So I'm going to head out there and I'll meet you there. Alright, we have arrived in Maldraxxus. It is time for a 1 hour farm. I'm going to do this 1 hour farm and get this stuff posted on the auction house. So I will see you in 1 hour, because, you know, farming, it's fun, right? I mean, it can be, but we're doing this as a means to meet an end, you know? We just need to get that initial gold over a couple days. I'll say it again, as I said in the first two videos, if you want to pound all this kind of stuff out and just farm on that first day, honestly, it's not difficult. You can. I'm approaching this where I only want to play this character an hour or two, you know, for the content, you know, for making these videos for you guys. I'm going to play it about an hour or two, and I'm going to take it super casually, mostly so that you can see that even if you're a standard, you know, 5 to 9, you know, working 8 hours a day, you only get an hour or two here and there. It's not difficult to get into gold making. You just need to put in a little bit of time and effort, and every little bit that you put in counts, you know. Baby steps forward, 5 to 10k a day, whatever, like whatever it is you're doing, you know, even if it's just callings and just your tables, it counts. It really does add up. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to take it nice and slow, nice casual pace. We're going to get that starting income that I think that we need, and then from there hopefully we'll start making more and more gold each day, because we'll actually be able to start getting into crafting, but it will take a initial investment to get there. Alright, so with that, I will see you guys at the end of the hour. So as I am out here getting my hour farm in, as I was specifying to you guys that you should do every day, two things. One, like, this guy's out here killing these. Like, don't waste time. You know, if you have skinning and somebody's killing stuff specifically, and you can just go around and loot it, you know, like, do it, man. Like, take the extra time to get those herbs and to get that skinning and that kind of stuff, especially if you're, you know, a fresh 60 like this. Like, every little bit counts. I still need to finish leveling skinning. As you can see, it's only at 85. But anyway, that guy got me a little bit distracted. I had two questions for you, and one of those questions was, the idea of this is to be fresh 60, fresh server, and primarily solo. You know, I want to show that, like, you don't need anybody, you don't need to do anything special. You can just go out by yourself and get this done. But with that in mind, there are farms and things that are obviously just much better in groups. For example, I'm thinking of the skinning and stuff that we're probably going to have to do ourselves. Would you prefer me showing solo skinning farms that you could do that obviously are going to get you less per hour, but would be solo? Or would you prefer, like, maybe the quote-unquote best way, or one of the best ways? And I'm specifically thinking of, like, the 5-man Korthia farm, where you get into a group and you abuse it that way by hyper spawning and all that kind of stuff. What would you prefer? I have the idea of, you know, things taking a little bit longer, but just being completely solo. Obviously, a solo player can just go out there and join one of those groups. I understand that. But some people, believe it or not, like me, just don't like doing that. I typically prefer to just, I guess, do it the hard way. Don't ask me why. I have always preferred to do things solo. Anyway, so I wanted to ask your opinion on that. And the second thing I wanted your opinion on was, what about things like battle pets, right? Because battle pets, you can, it's a good idea to try to flip them between servers, buy them cheap on one server, sell them for more on another. I was like, God, I could totally look at my battle pets and stuff that I have and see if any are selling for higher on this server as opposed to my main server. Would that be okay? Because I mean, in general, if I was playing on multiple servers, that's what I would do as a gold maker, right? So is that okay, or should I try to stay a little bit more true to like just a solo character and stick away from that? So any thoughts and opinions on that? If you're strongly for, strongly against, if you're indifferent, I don't want to be like some other content creators and things of that nature and show you some methods or some things that you just don't have access to. Not everybody might have access to some of that stuff, or other servers or whatever. So anyway, long story short, if you could let me know about those two things, that would be great. I'm going to finish my hour farm. Alright, and with that, I think my 1 hour farm is done. I'm not quite sure. I did have to AFK just a little bit, but I'm going to eyeball it and say that was about right. So what I'm going to do is, I wanted to get a couple other things done for today's video. So I'm actually going to go post these now. And I'm going to go post these now for a couple reasons. One, just to get it out of my bag, get it posted. And two, because I forgot to get the Gathering Enchant yet again on this character. So one of the things I do want to do is get my skinning up as I go out into Zereth Mortis. So I'm going to go get that enchant right now just so I can stop forgetting about it, basically. So let's get this stuff posted. That's we got everything posted, but that's not going to be an awful lot of gold, to be honest. I mean, granted, there's still another 133 to sell. That's a little over half, so that's about 5k plus that. Yeah, it's only like 7k or something with everything I had. Man, farming's bad now. I'll just say it again. Jeez. General farming, like something like herbing, getting marrow root, getting all that kind of stuff. It's just so bad now compared to what it was. But regardless, I'll stop complaining about that. Let's go ahead and get that enchant. If I remember right, I think I could just type in Gathering, right? Yeah, Shadowlands Gathering, 10 gold, whoop-de-doo. Let's go ahead and buy one. There we are. Let's get that enchant going, and then once I get this on, I think I'm going to head out into Zereth Mortis. I'm going to head out there for a couple reasons. One, to finish getting my gathering caught up, my skinning, and two, I'm going to go out there because I need to get a little bit more of the questline done. I don't know if I'm going to sit there and just do all of it. I might just make sure I get a couple of the sections done just to make life easier tomorrow. And yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to head out there now. Alright, Mountain Zereth Mortis. I'm going to head down here and finish up a little bit of this quest line, get a little bit of that done. And then I will show you a farming spot for skinning that's could be solo, it could actually be group as well, but a farming spot that I like out in Zereth Mortis for skinning. Alright, as I was coming out here and working on a little bit of the campaign for Zereth Mortis, mostly only because we really need honored, I want to reiterate that. I wanted to show off just, a solo farm. This farm actually can definitely be done in a group, and it works really well. But even if you're solo, this is one of the spots I like, is this spot over here along this road, for skinning specifically. This is a great spot to come over here and just take a few packs of these and nuke them down. Right? Pretty simple. So I'm going to stand here for a minute and get a little bit of farming done for skinning. Not exactly a whole lot, but, I'm at least going to level it, right? I'm at least going to finish leveling it, maybe spend 20 or so minutes here just to get a little bit of materials, and then I will continue on my way. My item level is awful. My damage sucks. Alright, so we did a little bit of the quest. We didn't do a whole lot out here. Just got a little bit done. Made sure I hit max on skinning for the moment. I'm just going to quickly sell. Put all this stuff away. After that, we have 3,400 gold. Or, excuse me, 34,000 gold, if I can speak. We have 34,000 gold. What we're going to do from here is kind of the same thing as before. I'm going to go and I'm just going to post this little bit of stuff we have on the auction house. And then what I believe we're going to do is, honestly, wait until tomorrow. I do feel that tomorrow will be like the day that we're able to start crafting. So I guess, you know, if you're into this, look forward to that. I think I'm going to go for it tomorrow. Worst case scenario is we're going to either have to grab a solo farm or a group farm and go get, you know, some leather and stuff ourselves. But I think we can at least drop herbalism tomorrow and start working towards, you know, building a base in terms of things to craft every day and things of that nature. I'm so used to being Alliance, I went to the wrong one. Anyway, let's head back to org and get this stuff posted. Alright, after we've gotten everything posted, it looks like a lot of it is already sold from the stuff I put up earlier. Quick math says we have somewhere around 8 or so thousand coming in tomorrow. 7,000, something like that. Regardless, we have a bit coming in, maybe not as much as yesterday. I still feel like we're going to be absolutely fine though. I'm not too worried about it. Still got tables, calling tables tonight, and then again starting with the same thing tomorrow. Who knows, I might even do like one more run with herbalism before I drop it tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it does look like we're making enough progress where it shouldn't be an issue. I should be able to just get into the crafting side of things, which is cool, because that's where we need to be if we want to start making gold and we want to start progressing towards being able to craft legendaries for gold. While I'm thinking about it, actually, let's go ahead and check the legendary market. Given I had checked on this server originally, it's why I made here and things look decent. But let's double check. Things can change. I'm just gonna go in here. I'm gonna look at leather specifically. Yeah, you know, 19 to 29. That is nearly double what it is on my server. That's pretty good. Let's look at mail. Again, about 19 to about the same. I'm very happy with those prices if they sell. 19, yeah, everything's looking good on plate. Let's look at cloth. Yeah, you know, I think we might have a decent server for making some gold. Let's look at total amounts. There is a lot of sellers for mail, and there's actually kind of a lot for leather as well. So we'll see. It might end up being one of those things where, specifically on this server, I might have to cancel scan more often, which is unfortunate because it's not my main server, so it's not one that I'm like constantly sitting on and thinking about canceling all the time. But I still think we're going to be able to make some good gold. Let's also look at Essentia just to give ourselves an idea. Yeah, as I thought, the price is just going to keep continuing to drop a bit. I don't know where it's going to bottom out. I personally feel like it probably might bottom out at like 1,1500, but I'm not entirely sure. A couple other quick notes is, given what I want to do in terms of my gold making, you know, I've already specified that I wanted to buy, Dragonflight, and I've already done that, obviously, because that's where this boost came from. I want to buy the new Modern Warfare, and I kind of just want to get myself to a point of having the things I want on top of having enough extra income ready for when the expansion launches. It's made me think about when I think the best time to buy tokens is going to be. Tokens right now, as of this recording, in the US at 196, which again I'm honestly pretty happy with. Like, that price is pretty easy to come up with. I feel sorry for you EU folks out there, you know, paying what, 300 plus. Even then, I would have no issue making that gold. Like, it's really not too bad. But under 200, I can't complain. It's really not that bad. So anyway, thinking about when the best time it is to purchase tokens. If this drops anytime soon under 190, I will probably just buy a bunch just to be safe. However, I'm considering when things are coming out, and that's probably going to cause the price to rise and or fall. You have Wrath of the Lich King pre-patch, right? That's coming out, what, late September, if I recall? I believe it's late, like September 25th or something like that. It's coming out late September, am I right? Am I wrong? I think so. Anyway, and then you have literally like 1 month exactly after that. Well, about 1 month, October 28th, you're going to have Modern Warfare 2 coming out. That will affect our prices of tokens, just because you're going to have WoW players and other people that have access to that gold that may decide they want to buy it, and they're just going to pump in and get tokens, things of that nature. And then on top of that, you have, if the leaks are true, you would have pre-patch for Dragonflight dropping in late October, like October 25th or something. I can't remember the exact date, but if those are true, then those will also help keep the price up. So, and then again, if the leaks are true, you have a potential launch at either, late November, early December. I think there's not a whole lot of weeks to choose from. If they're really getting it out in 2022, there's 3 to 4 weeks total that it can even possibly drop. So yeah, it just really depends if it gets pushed back or not. So all of that said, when do I think the best time to buy token is? I've been saying, at least, friends and family and other people, I thought the last week of August, which is right now, I thought this last week of August / the first week of September might be that best time to buy, because once you get within like a week or so of pre-patch for Wrath of the Lich King, I think you're going to see people coming back in and buying back in and things of that nature. Potentially could increase the price. Maybe we don't see much fluctuation. It's honestly, it's a guess. Nobody really knows. I'm just giving you my personal opinion. So my personal opinion is I've always been looking towards this last week of August, first week of September, to potentially buy all the tokens I need, because I'm worried that the tokens are gonna, I don't know, stay over 200 or something for quite some time after that. I'm not sure, but it's just a guess, and I want to make sure that I get the most bang for my buck, right? My gold goes as far as it can. So that's just something I'm looking at. Other than that, this is going really well. We're at 34k right now. We'll easily be over 40k, 45k tomorrow. That'll be enough to then do our normal daily routine that we have right now, and then add to it by starting and getting into leatherworking. I plan on getting leatherworking tomorrow and leveling it. Shouldn't have an issue leveling it to max. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll get into that, and then maybe we'll run some calculators and start figuring out which legendary we're going to craft first in terms of progressing it towards being a 291, so that we can start trying to make profit that way. Alright? So thank you to everyone who has commented, positive, negative. I've had a few people even just add suggestions. All of that's great, because I'm trying to tailor this to you. Honestly, I am. I'm trying to tailor it to you and what you're looking for. And it does seem like there's a good handful of people out there who are looking... Get out of my way. Who are looking for this type of content. As much as it's not the typical top 5 farm kind of videos that gets all the clicks. Not everybody is looking for this content, but I do feel it's helpful, and I feel like we can work on this, together. I'm hoping that there's a few of you that are literally following me along step by step. If there is, I would love to hear how it's going for you. What have you done different? Did you decide to go out and farm harder so that you can get right into it? What kind of things are you doing, both whether it's the same or different? All of that will be fantastic. Anyway, with that, that is the end of episode 3. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.